The origins of the term persona goes back to ancient Greece and Rome. Personas referred to actors and masks. Both of these attribute theatrical spectacles, but essentially are part of our nature and culture. This profound mechanism of pretending largely influences our mental state. In analytical psychology, Dr. Carl Gustav Jung described personas as a complicated system of behavior, which is partially dictated by society and partially dictated by the expectations of the wishes one has. As the persona has grown to the level of intellectual concept in psychology, it also became a useful framework cross-disciplinary, like in marketing, product or service design. In my work as a UX designer, user personas are prerequisites for designing user interfaces. But due to the fact that personas play a fictitious role, it creates some sort of ambivalence towards this concept, despite its practicality. So how do we employ those archetypal figures in the design? And when the personas become functional? To understand the function of the persona, let's grab an example of the medical equipment and the way it's been designed. After all, its reliability and usability underpin the quality and efficiency of the healthcare system itself. Now think of people responsible for designing those devices. What kind of challenges they might encounter. As a designer myself, I will give you an example based on the infusion pump. It's a device that delivers nutrients or medications in a specific amount, such as insulin, antibiotics, hormones, or chemotherapy drugs. It has a user interface that sets the right measurements for the medication to regulate its dosage. Now, the challenges awaiting for the designers and developers building it is that the device is used by a wide variety of people to whom designers have limited access, like a nurse, hospital pharmacist, anesthetist, or the patient. A designer has to come up with the user interface that will adapt to all of those people in a relevant manner. To support this endeavor, the concept of the persona emerges. Well, the first step is to define a persona for every user role, a character that represents users' behavior, traits, goals, and obstacles. It has to play an orientational role. A second step is to introduce the context around those personas and lay out their stories. A common method in UX design is to create the user journey maps. A journey map is a sequence of interactions taken by a persona across the time. By mapping out their behaviors, we are able to track down and locate their obstacles and potential needs. It builds a solid ground for the research, and by conducting tests and analysis, we address solutions accordingly. Another advantage of using personas is an improvement in communication that orients teams working on the project towards user experience. We often remain in cozy places like offices or home settings. It is sometimes difficult to imagine the real conditions and environment that users have to deal with. Therefore, the personas and their journeys remind us of people's surroundings and their mental state. The concept of the persona brings a lot of value to the design process. It improves usability of the products and services, like the infusion pump. This is how fiction can become functional. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a feedback in the comments section below. Thank you for watching.